So this is an interesting question. What do you think about Treasury funding a project with ADA, and in return you get equity in the project? So this is a problem in two dimensions. One is a problem of governance, auditing, oversight, and just that whole layer of stuff. But then there's also a regulatory issue with this. So the Treasury gives grants to people. So they get it, they have to go do something, and hopefully it's a paired grant where there's an oversight entity that has some say in it. But it's not a living thing. There's no agency for the protocol at the moment. Eventually there will be legal agency for it, and then once that occurs and you have security tokens, you could open up the concept of that the Treasury is going to buy equity as a startup in something, and it goes into a trust, and then that trust can then manage the policy accordance with some delegation or something like that. So in other words, it can become like a traditional VC. It's not in that position. It's more like the National Science Foundation or DARPA or any of these other agencies. And basically its job is to create high risk, high return on intention grants to grow the ecosystem and extend the ecosystem. It's a new concept, but it's connected to an old idea in that respect. To do equity transactions, you have to have agency for the chain itself and ownership rights for the chain itself. So there has to be regulatory awareness of that. Actually, it's an interesting concept to discuss with the state of Wyoming. And it may be possible to have a jurisdiction give agency to a cryptocurrency to the extent that it can own intellectual property and it can own equity, in which case security tokens could actually be comfortably held by the chain itself. So a surprisingly good question. You guys are the best community.